Something that is typically true about autistic individuals is that we see and notice details that others don't, or before others do. We tend to be extremely observant. Then, we are typically very tuned into nuances and pick up on even very slight variation when it occurs. As a result, our brains are exceptionally tied into experiences and observations where patterns form or are broken, and where, for many of us, exceptions stand out like neon signs. Notably strong pattern and exception recognition is probably what contributes in large amounts to hyperlexia, a condition which leads to self-taught or early reading in young children, and soon to vocabularies that are advanced for their age. The majority of those with hyperlexia are autistic individuals. Hyperlexic myself, I became a high school English teacher and enjoyed that career for 28 years. The teacher in me can't help but share a slide to demonstrate why self-taught reading is so notable. Here are 6 words in English which share the letters T, O, U, G, and H. Like many other languages, English is not phonetic, and the sounds produced by different letters and letter combinations can vary, as these words clearly demonstrate. Young readers who are hyperlexic are able to distinguish between similar-looking words like these, sometimes just through natural exposure, sometimes just a single time, like following along while a book is being read out loud by another. The autistic trait of noticing patterns and exceptions is well demonstrated by the phenomenon of self-taught reading, but it applies to so many other areas. Because of it, those with an autistic neurotype are able to make connections between things that others may not see as related, in an associative way, which leads to creative and innovative thinking. Our thinking and processing styles can lead us to find new, efficient, or more accurate ways of doing things. This trait brings clear benefits to a host of careers and is currently especially valued in technological fields. Another notable component of a focus on patterns and exceptions is how it helps autistic people handle and cope with their sensory sensitivities and other traits and tendencies which are challenged by living in a world which is predominantly non-autistic, and a society which has been designed and structured predominantly with the priorities of non-autistic people in mind. Once an autistic person has identified a pattern, they can then use that pattern to better anticipate the world around them. And finding patterns helps bring order to a world that seems chaotic and confusing. Noticing patterns can also comfort us and bring a bit of peace within unpleasant experiences. Our constant attention to detail brings us naturally to noticing exceptions as well. Thus, patterns and exceptions in words, numbers, music, nature, physics, engineering, and so many other areas can be extremely appealing to autistic people. Our brains seek them out, often without our even trying, and engaging with them can bring us a sense of balance, satisfaction, and joy. Once an autistic person has identified a pattern, they can then use that pattern to better anticipate the world around them. And finding patterns helps bring order to a world that seems chaotic and confusing. Noticing patterns can also comfort us and bring a bit of peace within unpleasant experiences.